1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I better put on the mic. I think that would be most advisable for me. I keep forgetting I'm turning off the mic when I don't use it. So, Reflection is the game I download on what homepage called 𝘼𝙗𝙘𝙪𝙣. I don't know. Anyway, content warning. Reflection contains strong language description of gore and murder, suicide, and drug use. This game is intended for player age of 18 or older. Viewer discretion is advised. What is this kind of TV show? Of course. Give me 2 sec. I'm back. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let's try this again. That was kind of irritating. Anyway. Content warning. Reflection contains strong language, description of gore and murder, suicide, and drug use. This game is intended for players of age of 18 or older. Viewer discretion is advised. Like I said, it's this kind of TV show when they since they say viewer discretion is advice. That's something you heard all the time in the TV shows and movies in the 90s. I actually don't really hear it anymore. Maybe because I don't really watch that kind of movies, or movies are becoming more not as violent as they used to be. I don't know. I don't really hear it anymore. If this topic of suicide is difficult for you, or if you are struggling with your mental health, you may not have a safe experience playing this game. First is, I don't really think if you're struggling with mental health is actually what the problem is. Suicide can be difficult for many. I know the feeling, especially if you have friends or stuff like that has been doing that, and you have, I don't know. Yeah. Please proceed with caution. What the fuck, man? I feel like I'm starting a fucking movie in the fucking 90s. 1999. 1995. Let's see how hard it's gonna hit me. If you say it's gonna hit hard, if you have mental problem, or it can do. Vampire actually have Linux supporters, as I know from the engine of. That's why so many, not many, but some visual novel games use Vampire, because then they can make a Linux version without that much work. They contain free software under a number of licenses, including the MII license and GNU license, general public license, and complete list of software included. Link to full sources code can be found here. That's actually nice to do that. Not many games will do that, not even the Linux versions, but it's actually nice if you are concerned about stuff like that, which I am not. I actually don't care. I'm not on Linux for that kind of stuff. I'm on Linux because I hate Windows. Don't hate their pay stuff, I just hate Windows as a concept, or how they become. Okay, let's start this game. Been a long time since I really, not why I play some whistle novel game, but it's been a long time since I had talk in a whistle novel game. So let's hope I don't get a I cannot even pronounce this. A sword fold. The sweet smoke of the dying candles danced through the room, evolving my senses. A small distraction as the dark world behind my eyes descend. Okay, deep breath. Visualize. Feel the room. Do people even do that? I mean, people who have mental problem, do they really do that? I feel like people that do that are people that are like, the yoga type people. Those are the ones that really do it. I don't think people who actually have mental health sit down and just relax, or try to relax. Let you get swallowed up by the room. Just let emotion flows out your body. I actually don't. Even I haven't done that. I don't know why, even if I have to think about it. But I haven't not even done that. That could actually be good for me, I think. I don't know. Maybe I should try that at some time. But Who knows if is that gonna ever happen? Time passes through how much the time passes though how much I'm unsure. I hate when people write like that, where they take a long sentence and cut it down, so you know what the person says, but a lot of stuff is missing. I hate it. I personally hate it. The 10th will of I don't know the word. 10 wills. I don't think I know that word. Of my memory reach out, sharpening the darkness. I don't even know what it means actually. Tentacles. I don't know. I actually don't know what that word means. Sharpening the darkness, giving it life. Or did it say tingle? I don't know. I actually don't know what that word was. Come on, focus. It worked. I sighed, repeating this description my friend had made of me before. What? I sighed, repeating the descriptions of my friends had made of me before. Repeating the descriptions of my friends had made of me before. That don't sound right in my head. You are insane. But shouldn't they have said that? I don't know. That sounded weird. I know what they meant, but I think that sounded weird. Why would say description? Why would you not just say repeating the toxic words or the words my friends had said about me or something like that? That's what really weird way you put it. I don't know. For me it sounds really weird. You are insane. What? Certifiable what is a certifiable crazy? What the fuck? I can't pronounce that. Certifiable. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? I think I'm gonna Google some of those because that sounds really fucking weird. Who say that? People who know me about say you're fucking crazy or something like that. Give my head a shake, I continue. Giving my head a shake, I continue. Here we go. The first rule. Contemplate your decision to visit. Contemplate your decision to visit. To visit what? Well, I'm a curious person. I bet you are. Maybe a simple answer isn't enough. Why? For me, a simple answer should always be enough. If you want more than a simple answer, then you just want more than the answer itself. I don't know. I think a simple answer should be enough. I'm studying folklore, and I love the occult. What is folklore? Folklore. I don't know what folklore is. Maybe I have to check that out also. I know what occult is. That I do know. I'm working on my master's, and yesterday I noticed just how empty my apartment is. I think that's actually a good thing and a bad thing, because if you notice how empty your apartment is, that means you're actually noting your surroundings, and if you're noting your surrounding, you're actually, can you say reaching out? Is that the right word? Because when you are not really noticing how empty you are, apartment is, then you are kind of shutting yourself in and blocking your view from what really is there. Like, my room is a mess. I mean, really is a mess. I can go to my computer and go to my bed, and the rest of the room is just filled with shit. And I actually don't see it before I have to find something or have to go other places in my room and actually there. All the time I don't see it. I don't notice it because I have a blindfold on, because it's just, you can say, too much to deal with. So I'm shutting myself in. And if you actually notice how much I have in my room, or in this case how empty your apartment is, that means you actually are reaching out, and actually you can do something about it. You can actually go out and buy stuff so your room don't feel as empty, or you can go out and, I don't know. It's a beginning, I think. But it come also with overwhelming, because if you notice how empty your room apartment is, you can also actually feel more alone, or you actually may feel like you're in a big empty apartment all alone, and that can actually be overwhelming. So it actually both good and bad depending on how your personality is or how your mental health is. So it's both a good and bad thing in my experience. But that's really depend from person to person. It doesn't feel like it's mine yet. No, it's not really yours before you put anything personal into it. A room is actually just a empty locker room. That's what a house is. Big locker room with a key in it you also live in. That's what a house really is. The house is not really yours because before you put your stuff into the locker room and fill it out with your stuff. So when you go in, you get the feeling of, this is mine, this is my stuff standing here. That's also one of the things I actually think is a problem when you move in with someone else. Because if I move in with someone and someone have more stuff than me in the house, then the house will feel more like hers than mine, and vice versa. And I don't really think there's something we think about, but there's something that is nagging in the back of side of our head without we thinking about it. And I also think that's something that is grinding, that make a relationship that much harder. Marriage, whatever. If you move in before or after marriage, people mostly do after marriage, but if you did before, then also something that can grind behind you. That's why I think that's why the man cave really came up, because when a man moves in with a woman tends to actually have more stuff, like in the bathroom, in the bedroom, and in the kitchen, and the man doesn't really have that much of his. So when he come home, the house really doesn't feel like his home. It feels like his wife's home, and that's why sometimes a man cave is good, because then he go into this room and say, this is mine, I can do whatever I want in here, everything in here is mine, I don't have to worry about anything. And I actually think that's one of the reasons the man cave got made, or that's my opinion of it. I can of course be wrong. They're not something I searched into. That just seemed logical to me as a person. So I moved from shared housing and finally have my own space. The good about shared housing is you don't really have that much responsibility as when you live alone, because you share some of the responsibilities, but at the same time you have to live with someone you may not like as much, and you have to find out how to communicate with them so you both can live in the same space without provoking each other. And that's actually the hardest part. Everything else is easier because because everything get health as expensive or health as hard, but the hard part is actually to communicate, work together, like a marriage, without actually being in love with each other, if that makes sense. You need to be a team, and that's actually the hardest part. So when you move out to your own space, now you can say something that's finally mine, but then you also have the double of all the responsibilities. So it's both things are plus and minus, but it will depend on the personality, what you like the most. I like something that's really mine. That's why I hate renting apartment, renting houses. If I have the money to buy something that was mine, I would rather do that than rent. I hate renting. Maybe even if nothing is mine really responsibility. If something broke, I got to call the landlord. But I don't feel like that. With something broke, I want to fix it, but I cannot fix it, because if I do, then if something happens, then it's on me, and they will gonna sue. But if it's mine and something happen, then they just black luck. So they really from personality. I really like to own instead of rent. Also think why I own so many games on disc and so many DVDs and Blu-rays on disc and stuff like that, because I like the ownership of it. I just don't like to watch Netflix or even downloading movies and games. I don't feel like I want that. I like how like Steam. I like the easiness of buying games and just download them down on your computer and play them. But if I get the choice between buying the game on Steam or buying the game on disc, and I mean not a disc where you need Steam to play the game, I mean a disc where the game is separate alone, where you can just put it in the computer, install the setup and play the game without the Steam client, then I would rather have that. I will even pay a little more for that, because I just like the ownership, because you own the disc. If something happens to Steam, I lose everything. If something that happened to Steam, I still have the disc, I can play it and don't have to think about Steam client. That's also why the best thing you really can do is set up a server client, kind of like a Linux, where you have a cache server where they have download all the games down to. So if something happens to Steam, you still have the game locally on a server, and you can just use that, and then you can use some kind of crack to ignore Steam. But this was not really about that. Let's get on with the game. But yeah, I like the ownership, not the renting. That's what I really want to talk about. I was excited at first. I don't really know excitement is the real word. Yeah, you can say you're excited because it's something new, it's something that you own, there's something, and then you've been there a couple of days and the excitement falls down and you just feel like, what changed? No roommate, no parties, no drama, yeah, but you also get the double of every responsibility of everything else. But aside from the bed and the table, I didn't bring furniture. Not even a mirror. I actually don't. I have a mirror on my bathroom, but that's not really because I bought it. It was in the house when I moved in here. But besides that, I actually don't have any mirrors. I don't care for mirrors. I don't care to look at myself even. But yeah, whatever. So I walked into an antique store when I saw an old mirror in the window and I bought it. When I tore off the paper the clock had wrapped it in, I saw writing on the back of the frame. Curved into the wood. The rules. When online search and the school archive turned up blank, I knew I had to play. When online searches and the school archive turned up blank, I knew I had to play. Unja. I cannot really pronounce that. It's a Japanese board game where you can talk with spirit, if I remember right. Pendulums. I'm actually not 100% sure what that is. And tattoo cards. Isn't that where you can see the future in the cards? I'm actually not 100% sure about that. I tried them all. If it's an occult practice, I studied it. Visual especially. Alright, cover rule 1. The second rule. Give her permission to borrow your voice, but nothing else. I think you mean the ghost or spirit or whatever names they all have. I continue without hesitation. You may borrow my voice. There's no reply. Rule 3. Let go until she arrives. I loosen my grip and allow my mind to wander. Hair rises as my flesh screams below, begging me to turn back. I love these sensations. Reviewing the rule while you wait. I recited them in the stillness of the void. Allow her to speak first. Ask if you met before. Speak quietly. Say goodbye. Don't open your eyes. Don't accept any deals. Never break the mirror. Never visit twice. Never scream. I resisted the urge to roll my eyes. These rule weak of childish blooding. Something shift. My nail dig into the venches, nearly cracking. The sensation of breath on my neck is familiar. Fuck, I can already feel my voice getting, eller my throat getting hurting. It's been so long since I actually read with novel. I may gonna do more. I actually not fan of it, but I should actually do it more. It's good for my personality building. The pattern unmistakably human. As the air traces my skin, I feel an echo in my bones. It's cold, freezing. She's here. Her prison is how I imagine the spirit will be. Whatever. Back to back with our own. Felt and heard, but unseen. Ivy. My heart shudder. I knew she borrowed my voice, but that's fucking weird. I clear my throat. The rule jumped to my mind, but I was to correct myself. Have we met? Yes. A gasp escaped me. It's not a scream. It doesn't count. I know what it's like to try to scream. How did she? But I didn't when the girl first came for me. I went to my father instead. He opened the door when they both bought the rope. He didn't want a troublesome daughter. A girl who weak of vanity. A sinner. A little witch. They were jealous girls. Even when I hung from the tree, my hair fell in perfect wrinkles and why can I pronounce that? Cleansed or whatever in the sunlight. They didn't stay to watch me die. You see, they didn't drop me from the branch. They lowered me slowly, so my neck didn't break, but I got suffocated get it really slow. At first I struggled to get the roof of my neck, but then I was out of breath and slowly I lost consciousness. And then my body just died. It was slow and boring. They hang me from a willow on the edge of the lake. What is a willow? Is that a tree? Willow? I heard that word many times before, but actually not sure what it is. I think it's kind of a tree branch going out, right? I'm not sure. Maybe I was gonna Google that because I have heard that so many times before. I'm actually not 100% sure what it is. I used to admire the reflection of the riverbanks, but that day I swung in the breeze and watched my feet dangle below the water's edge. That's not very high up, then she gotta hang. If she was a young girl hung from a tree and she feet is dangled not above on my, I cannot read, not below the watershed or below, above, but still, even if they just above the water's edge, then this really close to the water. I saw my eyes bulk and my tongue began to leave my throat. It wasn't pretty anymore. Just like father said, cursed is everyone that hung on a tree. Yeah, because when you're hung on a tree, is actually seen as suicide, even if you got murdered. So you're not gonna go to heaven. Instead, you are cursed and gonna be on earth forever. Isn't that how the Bible goes, if I remember right? Or that's how the old times Christianity you always see in movies. I don't know if that's true anyway. I just remember it from some movies. If you got decapitated and buried with your head decapitated from your body, and if you got hung, if I remember right, then you're not going to heaven, but you're going to hell, or in this case you're gonna stay on hell earth. But yeah, I was trapped there even after the warmth had left my body. The pain didn't end. I wonder if that was death. If I would feel my body pull at my neck like a wooden anchor until it finally gave way and left my skull behind. Actually, as soon as your flesh wooden around the rope and you're only hanging in the skull and your nerve is getting cut from your what it called, back wheel, I'm not sure what they're called, then your head gonna and your body just gonna fall to the floor. To the ground or in the water. She was over the water, so she would just fall into the water and the head will follow after. So there will only be hanging a rope and nobody will know where the body is because it's in the bottom of the lake, and the ties, I guess it's called, gonna take it with it downstream. I wonder if I'd be buried beside my mother and feel her decay next to me. The sun set and no one came. I swung there through the night, but when dawn broke and the morning light shone on my corpse, I slipped away. I fell into the stream and lingered there for a time. It washed away the pain, but that put it, I'm not sure that word, anger remained. Anger, I guess. Purge, whatever. Now I visit girls like me. Now I visit girls like me. The one who watch themselves die slowly. My throat tightens. Yeah, there are many ways to actually kill yourself. even ways that not where you're not really, you're just going with the flow kind of way, but it actually just the slowest way of actually killing himself, because you're not even trying to live. You are giving up. I'm not like you. Goosebumps trace my spine as she laughs. Do you remember the bridge? Those girls were just like the ones that tied the nose. They wanted to watch a pretty girl die, and you wanted to make them smile. You thought they were your friends. My nail dig under the sink of my palms. Not skin. What the I cannot read today, what the fuck. My nails stick under the skin of my palms. Goodbye. Fuck you. Goodbye. I want out. I want out. Goodbye. You are afraid because you are you're afraid because you remember. I was in the river when you jumped. Just beneath the surface, waiting with arm outstretched. Our eyes met as you plunks below. We meet again shortly afterwards. I glance at you from the bottom of a bottle. You took those pills from a stranger's hand and dropped them on your tongue. You felt pretty when you did that. I watched you drown them in liquid. Now you're here, ready to die. No! What did those girls call you? Daredevil, thrill seeker, junkie, suicidal. They weren't wrong. The things you did to make them laugh, to make them like you. You know what it could cost? And every time you survive that plunks, you climb higher. Always searching for happiness in others when you can scratch the surface of your own. You are a parasite. I shake my head. I wasn't trying to kill myself. Right, tell yourself that. Don't lie. I've been watching every whisk, that jump, those pills, summoning her. I did it willingly. I liked it. You just need to bring the rope. Trust me, you love the feeling. It's better than every brush with death. Give me your hand. I'll do it for you. Don't take the deal. The rules. Give her nothing else. I won't let you. Don't be scared. It's fast like cliff jumping. Give me your eyes. No. Maybe I was wrong. You're not ready. But I want you to stay. You didn't. Oh, she did. She cracked the glass. The sweet crash of glass shattered my focus. My hand trembled as I reached out, refocusing to open my eyes. To my relief, the mirror remained intact. Oh, I thought the mirror just cracked. As I lower my hand, I feel it. A branded necklace tightening. So pretty. I have a gift for you. Let me get the claps. Please, I won't visit again. You say that. The nose tears into my soft flesh with a burning toss. I can't breathe. I'm going to die. Oh, sweet Ivy. I promise you will. I know you. The next time you visit, you'll give me your hands willingly. We'll jump together. But for now, goodbye. The whoop slips away. She's gone. Goodbye. You say it twice, you know that? Was that it? That was really fast. That's more like a demo than anything else, but yeah, fair enough. Not bad, not bad. I actually like the dark side stories, and maybe I have to gonna talk more on Wisdom game, but I've only been playing for 42 minutes and I feel like I've been talking to a concert. Oh my god, man, my foot hurts. It's been way too long since I had talk in games like this. One thing I actually talk on Discord, I can do that. But when it's talking on Wisdom games, actually always make me more tired and also make my foot hurt more. I'm not sure why, but it just does. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this game, I think, on itch and see if they make a new version, and I will play that. That's actually, I actually like this. Yeah. Oh fuck. I better go to bed also. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here because I need to go to bed soon. I have to get up in like 6 hours, 6.5 hours. About 6.5 hours I have to get up. So I should probably think about getting to bed. Anyway, I'm gonna end here. See you in